Have you ever wondered if there's a way to heal your mind and body naturally? Do you sometimes feel overwhelmed by life's challenges, searching for a path that offers peace and inner strength? Imagine being able to find balance, calm, and healing without relying on external factors. Healing doesn't always come from medicine. Sometimes it comes from within. But how can we tap into that power inside us? Let's think of an example. Picture someone who's constantly stressed by their daily responsibilities, work, family, relationships. Over time, they begin to feel the weight of it all, both mentally and physically. They don't realize that much of the healing they need could come from adjusting their mindset, embracing mindfulness, and practicing the teachings of Buddhism. This path offers more than just relief. It provides transformation. Welcome to Wisdom Woven, where we explore life-changing wisdom rooted in ancient philosophies. Before we dive deeper into how Buddhism can help you heal naturally, let's take a moment to remind you to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. There are so many views on this channel, but only 0.2% of viewers have subscribed. Your support helps us grow and bring you more valuable content. So if you find this helpful, hit that subscribe button now. Now, let's get into how Buddhist principles can be applied in everyday life for healing. Buddhism teaches us that suffering is a part of life, but it also offers ways to rise above it. The core idea is that much of our pain comes from our attachments, whether to outcomes, emotions, or desires. By learning to let go of these attachments, we open the door to healing. Buddhism encourages us to focus on the present moment through mindfulness. Instead of dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, we learn to fully experience the now. This shift in perspective can bring about incredible relief, easing both mental and physical suffering. We'll also look at meditation, a key practice in Buddhism. Meditation is not just about sitting in silence. It's about cultivating a calm and clear mind. Through regular practice, you can reduce stress, gain control over your emotions, and create an environment where healing can naturally occur. In the upcoming parts, we'll explore how these teachings can help you achieve lasting healing and peace. Stay tuned. The Buddhist perspective on suffering and healing. In our journey toward healing, we must first understand the nature of suffering. In Buddhism, suffering is seen as a universal experience. Everyone, at some point in their lives, faces challenges, pain, and difficulties. This suffering can stem from various sources: loss, disappointment, fear, or even physical ailments. But Buddhism teaches us that while suffering is a part of life, it does not define us. The Buddha, the founder of Buddhism, described suffering as an essential truth of human existence. He taught that life is filled with ups and downs, and learning to navigate these fluctuations is key to healing. Instead of resisting or avoiding our suffering, Buddhism encourages us to face it with openness and acceptance. This may sound difficult, but it is the first step toward finding peace. One way to begin this process is by practicing awareness. When we become aware of our suffering, we can start to understand it. Awareness allows us to see our emotions and thoughts clearly, without judgment. Instead of suppressing or ignoring our feelings, we can acknowledge them. This acknowledgement creates space for healing to occur. It's like shining a light into a dark room. Suddenly, we can see what's really there, and it no longer holds the same power over us. The next key teaching is that suffering often arises from our attachments. We tend to cling to things, relationships, possessions, ideas, and even our sense of self. When we hold on too tightly, we set ourselves up for disappointment. For example, if we believe that happiness only comes from achieving certain goals, we may find ourselves in a constant state of anxiety. The moment we embrace the idea that nothing is permanent, we begin to lighten our burdens. Buddhism introduces us to the concept of impermanence. Everything around us, including our emotions and experiences, is in a state of constant change. Recognizing this truth can be liberating. When we understand that our pain is temporary, we can approach it with curiosity instead of fear. Instead of thinking, "I will always feel this way," we learn to say, "This feeling will pass." Another essential aspect of healing in Buddhism is the practice of compassion. Compassion is not just about feeling sorry for someone else. It's about understanding and connecting with their suffering. When we cultivate compassion for ourselves, we allow space for healing. Instead of being harsh and critical, we can treat ourselves with kindness and understanding. This gentle approach can transform our experience of suffering. For instance, when facing a tough situation, instead of saying, "I shouldn't feel this way," we can say, "It's okay to feel this way. I am human, and this is part of my journey." By offering ourselves compassion, we create a nurturing environment where healing can take root. Buddhism also teaches the importance of interconnectedness. We are all part of a larger web of life, and our actions can impact those around us. This understanding can help us shift our perspective from self-centeredness to a more inclusive outlook. When we see ourselves as part of a community, we can find support and healing in shared experiences. We are never alone in our suffering. Furthermore, the practice of gratitude plays a vital role in the healing process. In Buddhism, gratitude is about recognizing the goodness in our lives, even amidst difficulties. When we focus on what we are thankful for, we shift our attention from what is lacking to what is present. This shift can create a profound sense of peace. For example, instead of fixating on a recent failure, we can appreciate the lessons we learned from it. Gratitude helps us build resilience, allowing us to bounce back from challenges with a lighter heart. Now, let's talk about the power of mindfulness in healing. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment. It encourages us to observe our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment. When we practice mindfulness, we become more aware of our patterns and reactions, allowing us to respond to suffering with greater clarity. During moments of stress, take a few deep breaths and notice how your body feels. Are there any areas of tension? Instead of pushing those feelings away, simply observe them. This practice creates a sense of distance between us and our emotions. We begin to see that we are not our thoughts or feelings. We are the observer of them. Mindfulness can also be practiced through meditation. Meditation helps calm the mind and creates a space for reflection. Even just a few minutes a day can have a significant impact on our overall well-being. As we cultivate this habit, we become more skilled at returning to the present moment, which can be a powerful tool in times of suffering. Buddhism encourages us to embrace suffering as a teacher. Every challenge we face has something to offer us. It can teach us about our strengths, weaknesses, and desires. Instead of viewing suffering as a hindrance, we can see it as an opportunity for growth. By learning to embrace our challenges, we can transform our relationship with suffering. In summary, understanding the Buddhist perspective on suffering and healing is a crucial step on our journey. By acknowledging our pain, letting go of attachments, practicing compassion, embracing impermanence, cultivating gratitude, and engaging in mindfulness, we can find a path to healing that resonates deeply with our human experience. The teachings of Buddhism offer us invaluable insights, guiding us toward a life filled with greater peace and understanding. As we continue on this journey, we'll explore more tools and practices that can support our healing process, helping us embrace life with open hearts and minds. The power of mindfulness in healing. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. Our minds race with thoughts about the past and worries about the future. But what if there was a simple way to find peace and healing? This is where mindfulness comes in. Mindfulness is a key practice in Buddhism that helps us focus on the present moment. It teaches us to notice our thoughts, feelings, and surroundings without judgment. Think about a time when you were really present. Maybe you were enjoying a meal, feeling the sun on your skin, or listening to the sounds around you. In those moments, you likely felt calm and content. Mindfulness is about bringing that awareness into our daily lives. When we practice mindfulness, we can better understand our emotions and physical sensations. This awareness allows us to respond to stress in healthier ways. Imagine a person feeling anxious about an upcoming event. Instead of getting lost in those anxious thoughts, mindfulness encourages them to take a step back. They can breathe deeply, focusing on their breath as it flows in and out. With each breath, they can let go of worry and embrace the moment. This practice creates space for healing. One powerful aspect of mindfulness is its ability to help us connect with our bodies. Often, we ignore the signals our bodies send us. We might push through fatigue, ignore pain, or brush aside feelings of stress. By practicing mindfulness, we learn to listen to our bodies and recognize when something is off. This awareness is the first step toward healing. For instance, during a mindfulness exercise, someone may notice tension in their shoulders. Instead of pushing through the discomfort, they can pause and take a moment to stretch and breathe deeply. By acknowledging that tension, they begin to release it, allowing their body to heal. This simple act of awareness can lead to significant changes in how we feel. Mindfulness also helps us develop a kinder relationship with ourselves. Often, we are our harshest critics, judging ourselves for mistakes and shortcomings. Mindfulness teaches us to observe these thoughts without judgment. Instead of saying, "I messed up," we can say, "I'm learning." This shift in perspective is incredibly healing. It allows us to approach our lives with compassion and understanding. In addition, mindfulness can be practiced through daily activities. Washing dishes, walking, or even eating can become opportunities for mindfulness. When washing dishes, instead of letting the mind wander, focus on the sensation of the water, the smell of the soap, and the feeling of the dishes in your hands. This simple act of being present transforms mundane tasks into moments of peace. Moreover, mindfulness has been shown to reduce stress and improve overall well-being. Studies reveal that regular mindfulness practice can lower levels of anxiety and depression. It helps us develop resilience against life's challenges, allowing us to bounce back more easily. When we are mindful, we can respond to stressors with clarity instead of reacting impulsively. In the context of healing, mindfulness plays a vital role in how we approach pain. Pain is a natural part of life, but our reactions to it can either amplify or ease our suffering. Mindfulness allows us to observe pain without getting caught up in it. Instead of saying, "I can't stand this pain," we learn to say, "This is just a sensation." By changing our relationship with pain, we can find relief. As we practice mindfulness, we also become more aware of our thoughts. Many of our thoughts are automatic and negative. Mindfulness encourages us to question these thoughts. Are they true? Are they helpful? By bringing awareness to our thinking patterns, we can replace negative thoughts with more positive and realistic ones. It's important to remember that mindfulness is a skill that takes practice. Just like learning to ride a bike or play a musical instrument, the more we practice, the better we become. Start small. Dedicate just a few minutes a day to mindfulness. Gradually increase this time as you become more comfortable. Consider setting aside time each day for mindfulness meditation. Find a quiet space, sit comfortably, and focus on your breath. When thoughts arise, gently guide your attention back to your breath. This practice helps train the mind to stay present and aware. Another effective way to practice mindfulness is through guided meditations. Many resources are available online, providing instructions and support for your mindfulness journey. These guided sessions can help you learn to focus your mind and cultivate awareness. Mindfulness can also enhance our relationships. When we practice being present with others, we listen more deeply and respond with compassion. This connection fosters understanding and strengthens our bonds. By being mindful, we create a safe space for open communication, allowing for deeper healing within our relationships. Incorporating mindfulness into our daily lives doesn't have to be complicated. Simple acts of awareness can make a significant difference. Whether it's savoring a cup of tea, taking a walk in nature, or enjoying a conversation, each moment is an opportunity to practice mindfulness. As we continue our exploration of healing through Buddhism, remember that mindfulness is not just a technique. It's a way of living. It invites us to slow down, pay attention, and appreciate the beauty in the present moment. By embracing mindfulness, we open ourselves to healing, growth, and a deeper connection with ourselves and the world around us. In the next part, we will delve into the power of Buddhist meditation techniques and how they can further enhance our healing journey. Stay tuned to discover practical methods that will transform your approach to inner peace and well-being. Buddhist meditation techniques for inner healing. Meditation is at the heart of Buddhist practice. It's not just a tool, it's a way of life. Through meditation, we can find clarity, peace, and healing within ourselves. But what exactly is meditation? It's more than just sitting quietly. It's a journey into the depths of our minds and hearts. Imagine a calm lake. When the surface is still, you can see the beautiful reflections of the sky above. But when the water is disturbed, the reflections become unclear. Our minds are like that lake. When we're busy, anxious, or stressed, Our thoughts create ripples that make it hard to see what's really there. Meditation helps us calm those ripples so we can see our true selves clearly. One powerful technique in Buddhist meditation is called mindfulness meditation. In this practice, you focus on your breath. Simply sit comfortably, close your eyes, and take a deep breath in. Feel the air fill your lungs. Now, slowly breathe out. As you do this, pay attention to the sensations of breathing. Notice how your chest rises and falls. This simple act of focusing on your breath helps anchor you in the present moment. While meditating, thoughts will come and go. That's normal. When you notice your mind wandering, gently bring your attention back to your breath. Think of your thoughts like clouds passing in the sky. You don't need to chase them or hold on to them. Just let them drift by. This practice teaches us to observe our thoughts without judgment, allowing us to create a peaceful space in our minds. Another technique is loving-kindness meditation, or metabhavana. This meditation focuses on cultivating feelings of love and compassion, both for ourselves and for others. To start, sit comfortably and close your eyes. Begin by thinking about someone you love. Visualize them in your mind and silently repeat phrases like, "May you be happy," "May you be healthy," "May you be safe." Once you feel that warmth for this person, gradually extend those wishes to yourself and then to others. Picture friends, acquaintances, and even people you may find difficult. This practice opens your heart and allows healing through love and compassion. It helps to reduce feelings of anger and resentment, making room for joy and peace. Body scan meditation is another excellent method for inner healing. In this practice, you focus on different parts of your body, noticing any tension or discomfort. Lie down or sit comfortably and close your eyes. Start at the top of your head. Take a deep breath and notice how it feels. Then, slowly move your attention down to your forehead, your eyes, your jaw, and so on. Spend a moment with each part, releasing any tension you find. This technique not only promotes relaxation, but also helps you connect with your body, understanding its needs and signals. Zen meditation, or zazen, is a more traditional form of Buddhist meditation. It involves sitting in a specific posture, often with crossed legs, and focusing on the breath. The key here is to maintain an upright posture, which symbolizes alertness and awareness. As you breathe, allow your thoughts to arise, but don't engage with them. Just observe them as they come and go. This practice builds concentration and mental clarity, leading to deeper insights about yourself and your life. Meditation is not just about quieting the mind. It's also about creating space for healing. When you sit in silence, you give yourself a chance to process emotions that you might have been pushing aside. This can lead to breakthroughs in understanding and emotional release. It's okay to feel sadness, anger, or fear. Instead of avoiding these feelings, meditation teaches us to sit with them. By acknowledging these emotions without judgment, we begin to heal from within. Incorporating meditation into your daily routine doesn't have to be complicated. Start small. Even 5 minutes a day can make a difference. Find a quiet place, set a timer, and commit to being present. As you practice regularly, you'll find that your ability to concentrate improves, and you'll begin to notice a sense of calmness in your life. Many people struggle with the idea of meditation because they think they need to have a clear mind to begin. The truth is, meditation is about observing the mind, not silencing it. Some days, thoughts will race. Other days, you may feel completely at peace. Both experiences are valid and part of the journey. As you deepen your practice, consider joining a meditation group or finding a teacher. Connecting with others on this path can enhance your experience and provide support. Sharing your journey with like-minded individuals creates a sense of community that enriches your practice. Meditation is a powerful tool for inner healing, but it's only one part of the larger journey. It's essential to combine meditation with other practices, such as mindfulness in daily activities and applying Buddhist principles in real life. For example, when washing the dishes, focus fully on the sensations, the warmth of the water, the texture of the dishes, and the rhythm of your movements. This mindfulness transforms ordinary tasks into opportunities for meditation and presence. Ultimately, the goal of Buddhist meditation is to foster a deeper connection with yourself. Through this connection, you can begin to understand the root causes of your suffering and take steps toward healing. Remember, Healing is not a destination. It's a journey that unfolds with patience and dedication. In the next part, we will explore the role of compassion in self-healing. We'll discover how embracing compassion for ourselves and others can lead to profound transformations. So, keep an open heart and mind as we continue this journey together. The role of compassion in self-healing. Compassion is a powerful force in healing, both for ourselves and others. In Buddhism, compassion is not just a feeling, it's a way of life. It invites us to understand and care for ourselves and the people around us. When we practice compassion, we learn to be gentle with ourselves, especially during difficult times. Imagine waking up one morning, feeling a weight on your heart. Maybe you made a mistake at work or had a disagreement with a friend. Instead of harshly judging yourself, what if you chose to treat yourself like you would treat a close friend? This is where compassion comes in. It helps us recognize that we are human and that making mistakes is part of life. When we cultivate compassion, we begin to shift our mindset. We start to let go of self-criticism and embrace understanding. This doesn't mean we ignore our flaws. Instead, we acknowledge them without judgment. We can say, "I made a mistake, but that doesn't define me." By practicing compassion, we create a safe space for healing to begin. One effective way to cultivate compassion is through self-compassion exercises. These practices encourage us to speak kindly to ourselves and to recognize our feelings without becoming overwhelmed. For example, when negative thoughts arise, we can pause and ask ourselves, "What would I say to a friend in this situation?" This simple shift in perspective allows us to treat ourselves with the kindness we deserve. Compassion also plays a vital role in our relationships with others. When we show compassion to those around us, we create a supportive environment. Think about a time when you offered a listening ear to a friend going through a tough time. Your presence likely made a world of difference for them. This same principle applies to us. When we give and receive compassion, healing flows more easily. In Buddhism, there's a beautiful concept called metta, which means loving kindness. This practice involves wishing well for ourselves and others. It's a way of spreading compassion like ripples on a calm lake. When we practice metta, we send out positive energy, which can come back to us in unexpected ways. As we nurture our compassion, we foster deeper connections and create a healing community around us. Another important aspect of compassion is understanding suffering. Everyone experiences pain in some form, and recognizing this shared experience can deepen our empathy. When we understand that others are also struggling, it becomes easier to connect with them. This connection allows us to share our experiences and heal together. As we develop compassion, we learn to respond to our own suffering with kindness. Instead of pushing away difficult emotions, we can lean into them. This doesn't mean we wallow in our pain, but rather that we acknowledge it without judgment. By facing our emotions with compassion, we give ourselves permission to heal. When practicing compassion, it's also essential to set boundaries. Compassion doesn't mean letting others take advantage of us. It means understanding our limits and taking care of ourselves while still being there for others. By setting healthy boundaries, we protect our energy and well-being, allowing us to be more compassionate in the long run. Compassion is also a practice that can be cultivated through meditation. Loving kindness meditation is a beautiful way to open your heart. In this practice, you sit quietly, focusing on your breath, and gradually extend loving kindness to yourself, then to loved ones, acquaintances, and even those you may find challenging. By the end of the practice, you'll feel a warm sense of connection with all beings. As we explore the role of compassion in self-healing, it's important to remember that healing is a journey, not a destination. Compassion allows us to embrace the ups and downs of this journey. There will be days when we feel strong and others when we struggle. By being compassionate toward ourselves in both moments, we create a nurturing space for growth. Incorporating compassion into our daily lives can transform our outlook. Start small, maybe by taking a few moments each day to reflect on something you appreciate about yourself. Or, when you feel overwhelmed, take a breath and remind yourself that it's okay to feel this way. These simple acts of self-kindness can lay the foundation for deeper healing. As we continue on this path of self-healing, remember that compassion is a gift we can give ourselves. It encourages us to see our worth, to embrace our imperfections, and to grow from our experiences. By nurturing compassion, we cultivate resilience. We learn that healing doesn't always mean being free from pain. It means being kind to ourselves through it. In the next part, we'll delve into how understanding the concept of impermanence can further enhance our healing journey. Until then, continue to practice compassion for yourself and others. This practice can create waves of positive change in your life and the lives of those around you. Healing is not just an individual journey. It's a collective experience we can share through compassion. Understanding the concept of impermanence in healing. In life, change is the only constant. This idea is at the heart of Buddhism and can greatly influence how we heal. The concept of impermanence teaches us that everything in life is temporary. Our feelings, our pain, and even our joys come and go like the passing clouds in the sky. Recognizing this truth can be incredibly liberating. Imagine a time when you faced a tough situation, perhaps a loss or a setback. In that moment, it felt like the pain would last forever. But with time, things shifted. The intensity of the pain faded, and eventually, you found a way to move forward. This is the essence of impermanence. It reminds us that just as difficult moments change, so can our healing. When we cling to our suffering, believing it to be permanent, we create more pain for ourselves. This attachment can trap us in a cycle of despair. But understanding that suffering is not a permanent state allows us to approach healing with a lighter heart. We can let go of the need for things to stay the same and embrace the flow of life. Buddhism encourages us to see impermanence not just as a source of discomfort, but as an opportunity for growth. When we accept that everything changes, we can begin to let go of our fears. For example, think about a flower. It blooms beautifully, but eventually, it wilts and fades away. Instead of seeing this as a loss, we can appreciate the beauty of its existence in that moment. This appreciation can lead to gratitude for our experiences, even the painful ones. In healing, this mindset helps us accept our current state without judgment. If we are feeling sad, we can acknowledge that sadness as a temporary feeling. We can say to ourselves, "This is how I feel right now, but it will pass." This practice of acknowledgement allows us to sit with our emotions without becoming overwhelmed by them. Another important aspect of impermanence is that it teaches us to live in the present. When we are focused on the past or worried about the future, we miss the beauty of the here and now. Every moment is unique and offers a chance to experience life fully. By practicing mindfulness, we can learn to appreciate each moment, understanding that it is fleeting. Buddhism often uses the metaphor of a river to illustrate impermanence. Just like water flows continuously, changing shape and direction, so do our lives. Each moment is like a drop of water, moving through time. When we learn to flow with life, rather than resist it, we open ourselves up to healing. Practicing mindfulness can be as simple as taking a few deep breaths and focusing on your surroundings. Notice the sights, sounds, and feelings of the present moment. This practice can ground you and remind you that every experience, even the difficult ones, is part of your journey. Embracing impermanence also means letting go of the desire for control. Many times, we feel anxious because we want things to be a certain way. We plan, prepare, and sometimes obsess over outcomes. However, life has its own plans. By releasing this need for control, we can find peace. We start to see that it's okay not to have everything figured out. Another way to embody impermanence is through acceptance. Acceptance doesn't mean we agree with everything that happens. Rather, it means we acknowledge reality as it is. If we face a setback or a loss, acceptance allows us to process our feelings without adding extra layers of suffering. It frees us from the burden of denial or resistance. In relationships, understanding impermanence can also transform how we connect with others. People come into our lives for various reasons, and sometimes they leave. When we accept this reality, we can cherish our relationships without fear. We appreciate the moments we share without clinging to them. This perspective encourages love and gratitude instead of possessiveness and anxiety. As we move forward in our healing journey, let's remember that every challenge is temporary. No matter how heavy the burden may feel today, it is essential to recognize that it will eventually lighten. We can trust in the natural ebb and flow of life. Healing is not linear. It has its ups and downs, just like the waves of the ocean. By accepting this rhythm, we can navigate our paths with greater ease. Buddhism teaches us that healing is not just about the end goal, but about the journey itself. Each step along the way, whether joyful or painful, contributes to our growth. Embracing impermanence means understanding that every moment, every experience, has value. In conclusion, by accepting the truth of impermanence, we allow ourselves to heal more deeply and authentically. We become more resilient, adaptable, and open to life's many wonders. The next time you face difficulty, remember this. Just as the sun rises each day, bringing light after darkness, your healing is also on its way. Embrace the journey, let go of attachments, and trust in the flow of life. Through this understanding, you will find the strength to heal naturally and profoundly. How karma affects healing and well-being. In the world of Buddhism, karma is a powerful concept. It's the idea that our actions, words, and thoughts create energy that can come back to us in various ways. Just like planting seeds in a garden, the choices we make today will grow into the experiences we face tomorrow. Understanding karma can be essential for healing and overall well-being. When we talk about karma, it's not just about good or bad deeds. It's about the intention behind those actions. If someone helps a friend out of pure kindness, that positive energy can create good karma. On the flip side, if someone acts out of anger or selfishness, that negative energy can return in unexpected ways. This is where the connection to healing comes in. Imagine a person who often thinks negatively about themselves. They might say things like, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never succeed." Over time, these negative thoughts can create a cycle of low self-esteem and unhappiness. This self-doubt affects their mental and physical health. In this case, the karma created by negative thoughts can manifest as stress, anxiety, or even illness. On the other hand, consider someone who practices self-love and kindness. They speak positively to themselves and recognize their worth. This person is more likely to attract positive experiences and improve their overall well-being. By cultivating good karma through positive thoughts and actions, they can heal both mentally and physically. Now, let's take a closer look at how this works in our daily lives. Think about the simple act of kindness. When someone holds the door open for you or shares a smile, it creates a ripple effect. You feel good, and you might be inspired to pass that kindness on to someone else. This cycle of positive energy can uplift not only individuals, but also communities. Healing through karma involves recognizing the impact of our choices. If we want to experience healing, we must take responsibility for our actions. This doesn't mean blaming ourselves for everything that happens. Rather, it means understanding that our actions contribute to our reality. Each moment is an opportunity to create positive karma. In the Buddhist tradition, mindfulness plays a crucial role in this process. By practicing mindfulness, we become aware of our thoughts and actions. We learn to pause before reacting, allowing us to choose kindness over anger, compassion over judgment. This awareness is a powerful tool for healing. For example, if someone feels angry at a friend, they might be tempted to lash out. But with mindfulness, they can take a moment to reflect. Is this anger coming from a place of hurt or misunderstanding? By understanding their emotions, they can respond with compassion instead. This not only heals the relationship, but also nurtures their own well-being. Another important aspect of karma is forgiveness. Holding onto grudges creates negative karma, which can weigh heavily on our hearts and minds. When we forgive others and ourselves, we release that burden. This act of forgiveness creates space for healing. It allows us to move forward without being tied to past hurts. Forgiveness doesn't mean we condone someone's actions. It means we choose to let go of the pain associated with them. By doing this, we free ourselves from negative karma and open the door to positive experiences. Healing becomes possible when we let go of resentment and embrace understanding. The practice of compassion also ties into karma. When we show compassion to others, we are creating positive energy that can come back to us. Imagine volunteering at a local shelter. The kindness you extend to those in need not only helps them, but can also bring joy and fulfillment to your life. This cycle of compassion strengthens our connections with others and contributes to our overall well-being. In Buddhism, there is a saying, "What you give is what you receive." This reflects the idea that the energy we put into the world comes back to us. If we want to heal ourselves, we need to cultivate positive actions and thoughts. This doesn't mean we ignore our problems or pretend everything is perfect. Instead, we face our challenges with an open heart and a willingness to learn. As we navigate life, we will encounter difficulties and pain. It's essential to acknowledge these experiences without letting them define us. Understanding karma helps us see that our reactions and choices shape our future. By choosing to respond with love and understanding, we create a path toward healing. Buddhism teaches us to embrace the present moment. By being mindful of our thoughts and actions, we can steer our lives in a more positive direction. This practice of mindfulness is not only about self-awareness, it's also about being aware of how we interact with the world around us. Each moment is an opportunity to create positive karma. Let's reflect on a daily life example. Picture someone who struggles with anxiety. They might have negative thoughts that spiral out of control, making it hard to cope. By practicing mindfulness, they can learn to identify these thoughts. Instead of allowing negativity to take over, they can choose to focus on the present moment. This shift in perspective helps to break the cycle of anxiety and promotes healing. Moreover, surrounding ourselves with positive influences can greatly impact our karma. The people we choose to be with, the media we consume, and the environments we inhabit all shape our experiences. By surrounding ourselves with positivity, we can foster an environment that supports healing and growth. In conclusion, understanding karma is crucial for healing and well-being. By taking responsibility for our actions and embracing mindfulness, we can create a positive ripple effect in our lives and the lives of others. Remember, every choice matters, and every moment is an opportunity to heal. By cultivating good karma, we can create a brighter, healthier future for ourselves and those around us. Healing through the Eightfold Path. The Eightfold Path is a central teaching in Buddhism. It's like a guide that helps us live better and find healing in our lives. Each step on this path teaches us something important. By following these steps, we can heal not just our bodies, but also our minds and hearts. Let's explore each part of the Eightfold Path and see how it can help us heal naturally. The first step is right understanding. This means seeing the world as it truly is. It's about understanding the nature of suffering and realizing that it's a part of life. When we accept this, we can stop fighting against our pain and instead learn from it. Imagine someone who constantly feels anxious. By understanding that anxiety is a natural response to stress, they can start to deal with it more effectively. They may begin to see anxiety as a teacher, helping them understand what needs to change in their life. Next, we have right intent. This involves setting the right intentions in our hearts and minds. When we intend to do good and seek happiness for ourselves and others, we open the door to healing. For instance, if someone intends to be kind and compassionate, they may find that their own feelings of sadness begin to fade. Acts of kindness can uplift our spirits and create a sense of connection with others, which is crucial for healing. The third step is right speech. This means speaking truthfully and kindly. Our words have power. When we speak positively, we can inspire ourselves and others. If someone is struggling with negative thoughts, speaking words of encouragement can shift their mindset. Choosing words that promote love and understanding can create a more healing environment both for ourselves and for those around us. The fourth step is right action. This is about doing good things and avoiding harmful actions. When we act in ways that are beneficial to ourselves and others, we create positive energy. For example, practicing patience and compassion instead of reacting with anger can help us heal relationships and reduce our own stress. Each positive action we take can ripple outwards, bringing more healing into our lives. Next is right livelihood. This means earning a living in a way that doesn't harm others. When our work aligns with our values and contributes positively to society, we feel fulfilled. Imagine someone working in a job that helps others, like a teacher or a healthcare worker. Their daily actions can be a source of joy and purpose, which in turn promotes their own healing. The sixth step is right effort. This involves making a conscious effort to cultivate positive qualities and abandon negative ones. It's about being proactive in our healing journey. For instance, if someone is struggling with self-doubt, they can make an effort to practice self-love and affirmations. By consistently putting in the effort to shift their mindset, they can create lasting change in their lives. Next, we have right mindfulness. This is about being present and aware of our thoughts, feelings, and actions. Mindfulness helps us notice when we're feeling stressed or anxious, allowing us to respond with calmness instead of reacting impulsively. For example, during a stressful day, taking a few moments to breathe and center ourselves can make a big difference. This practice can help us manage our emotions and promote healing. The final step is right concentration. This involves focusing our minds to achieve a deeper level of understanding and insight. Through practices like meditation, we can train our minds to let go of distractions and find peace. Imagine someone who dedicates time each day to meditate. Over time, they can experience greater clarity and a sense of calm, allowing healing to take place. As we follow the Eightfold Path, we discover that healing is not just about fixing what's wrong. It's about nurturing a deep sense of well-being and connection to ourselves and others. Each step is interconnected, working together to guide us towards a more harmonious life. By embracing these teachings, we can learn to navigate the challenges we face with grace and resilience. In our journey of healing, it's essential to remember that it's not a straight path. There will be ups and downs, but by committing to the Eightfold Path, we can create a strong foundation for our well-being. Every effort we make in understanding, intention, speech, action, livelihood, effort, mindfulness, and concentration brings us closer to a life filled with peace and healing. So, let's take a moment to reflect on how we can apply these teachings in our daily lives. What is one step of the Eightfold Path that resonates with you? How can you incorporate it into your routine? Remember, healing is a journey, and every small step counts. As you explore the Eightfold Path, you'll find that it not only helps you heal but also transforms your life in beautiful ways. Buddhist practices for emotional healing. Emotions are a part of being human. They can lift us up and bring us down. In our busy lives, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by our feelings, sadness, anger, anxiety. But what if we told you that Buddhism offers powerful tools to help manage these emotions and find healing? In this part, we'll explore some Buddhist practices that can lead to emotional healing and balance. One of the most important concepts in Buddhism is awareness. When we become aware of our emotions, we can start to understand them better. Imagine you're feeling angry. Instead of reacting right away, like yelling or throwing something, Buddhism teaches us to pause and observe that anger. Ask yourself, what am I really feeling? Why is this emotion here? This simple act of noticing can help us distance ourselves from the intensity of our feelings. It gives us a moment to breathe and respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. Meditation is a key practice in Buddhism that helps cultivate this awareness. When we sit in meditation, we create space for our emotions to arise. Instead of pushing them away, we allow them to be present. Picture a calm lake. When a stone is thrown into the water, ripples appear, but they eventually settle down. Similarly, when we meditate, we can allow our thoughts and feelings to surface without judgment. Over time, this practice helps us become more resilient, teaching us that emotions come and go, just like waves in the ocean. Another powerful practice is loving-kindness meditation, known as metta. This meditation encourages us to cultivate love and compassion for ourselves and others. Start by finding a comfortable position and closing your eyes. Take a few deep breaths and focus on your heart area. Begin by repeating phrases like, "May I be happy," "May I be healthy," "May I be safe," "May I live with ease." As you do this, picture someone you love, maybe a friend or family member. Now, send those same wishes to them. May you be happy. May you be healthy. Feel the warmth of these wishes spreading within you. This practice helps soften negative emotions, replacing them with kindness and compassion. When we learn to be kind to ourselves, we are better equipped to handle emotional turmoil. Journaling is another practice that aligns well with Buddhist teachings. Writing about our emotions helps us process them. It's a safe space to express what we're feeling without fear of judgment. Set aside a few minutes each day to jot down your thoughts and emotions. You might write about what made you happy, what frustrated you, or even moments of gratitude. Reflecting on your experiences can help you see patterns in your emotional responses, leading to deeper understanding and healing. In Buddhism, we also learn about impermanence, the idea that everything is constantly changing. This can be a comforting thought when dealing with difficult emotions. Remember that feelings are not permanent. When you're in a dark place, it may feel like you'll never get out, but with time, patience, and practice, things will shift. Embracing impermanence helps us to accept that emotions, like clouds in the sky, will pass. They may darken the day for a while, but the sun will shine again. Practicing gratitude is another important aspect of emotional healing in Buddhism. When we focus on what we are grateful for, it shifts our perspective. Instead of dwelling on negative feelings, we start to notice the good things in our lives. Take a moment each day to reflect on 3 things you are grateful for. It could be as simple as a warm cup of tea, a friend's smile, or the beauty of nature. This practice helps lift our spirits and encourages a positive outlook. Breathing exercises are a simple yet effective way to regulate our emotions. When we feel anxious or stressed, our breath often becomes shallow and quick. By focusing on deep, mindful breathing, we can calm our nervous system. Try this. Inhale deeply through your nose for a count of 4, hold for 4 counts, and exhale slowly through your mouth for 6 counts. Repeat this several times. As you breathe, visualize your breath as a wave washing over you, carrying away tension and negativity. This can bring a sense of peace and clarity, allowing you to respond to emotions more thoughtfully. Buddhism teaches us the importance of community, or sangha. Connecting with others who share similar values can provide support in emotional healing. Whether it's a meditation group, a book club, or friends who practice mindfulness together, having a support network can help us feel less isolated in our struggles. Sharing experiences, insights, and challenges creates a sense of belonging and reminds us that we are not alone on this journey. Practicing forgiveness is a profound way to heal emotionally. Holding onto grudges can weigh us down, causing unnecessary pain. Buddhism encourages us to let go of resentment and cultivate forgiveness, both for ourselves and others. Remember that forgiveness doesn't mean condoning harmful actions. It means freeing ourselves from the burden of anger and hurt. When we forgive, we create space for healing and renewal. Lastly, the practice of acceptance plays a vital role in emotional healing. Life will always bring challenges and emotions we may not want to face. Instead of resisting or fighting against these feelings, we can practice acceptance. This means acknowledging our emotions without judgment. By accepting how we feel, we can work through it more effectively. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up. It's about embracing reality as it is and finding ways to move forward. In summary, Buddhism offers valuable practices for emotional healing. By cultivating awareness, engaging in meditation, practicing loving kindness, journaling, embracing impermanence, focusing on gratitude, using breathing exercises, seeking community, practicing forgiveness, and embracing acceptance, we can navigate our emotions with greater ease. Each practice supports us in finding balance and peace in our lives. The journey of emotional healing may take time, but with patience and commitment, it is possible to create a more harmonious and fulfilling life. Remember, healing is a process, not a destination. Each step taken brings you closer to a more serene and joyful existence. The role of gratitude in Buddhist healing. Gratitude is a powerful force in our lives. It has the ability to shift our mindset and transform our experiences. In Buddhism, gratitude is not just a fleeting feeling. It is a way of life. When we practice gratitude, we open our hearts to healing. Let's explore how this simple practice can bring profound changes to our well-being. Gratitude helps us focus on the positive aspects of our lives. Instead of getting lost in what we lack or what's going wrong, we shift our attention to the good things around us. This shift in focus can lift our spirits, even in difficult times. For example, consider someone facing challenges at work. Instead of dwelling on the stress, they can take a moment to appreciate supportive colleagues, the lessons learned, or even the opportunity to grow through adversity. This practice fosters resilience and creates a sense of inner peace. In Buddhism, the concept of bodhicitta, or the awakened heart, is closely linked to gratitude. When we cultivate gratitude, we begin to awaken to our true nature. This means recognizing our interconnectedness with others and the world around us. Every act of kindness, every moment of beauty, is a reminder of the blessings in our lives. As we embrace gratitude, We also develop compassion for ourselves and others. We understand that everyone faces struggles, and this shared experience connects us deeply. Practicing gratitude can also enhance our mental health. Studies have shown that people who regularly express gratitude tend to be happier and less anxious. This aligns with Buddhist teachings, which emphasize the importance of a positive mindset. When we appreciate what we have, we reduce feelings of envy and dissatisfaction. Instead of wishing for more, we find contentment in the present moment. Let's take a moment to consider a daily gratitude practice. Each morning, before starting the day, you could take a few minutes to reflect on 3 things you are grateful for. These can be as simple as a warm cup of tea, a loved one's smile, or even the beauty of nature outside your window. This practice sets a positive tone for the day ahead and encourages you to notice the little joys in life. Journaling is another effective way to cultivate gratitude. Writing down what you're thankful for allows you to revisit those feelings whenever you need a boost. You might write about the kindness you received from a stranger or a moment of joy shared with a friend. Revisiting these moments can remind you of the abundance in your life, even during challenging times. Gratitude can also strengthen our relationships. When we express appreciation to others, we foster deeper connections. A simple thank you can go a long way in building bonds. It creates an environment where love and support flourish. In Buddhist communities, gratitude is often expressed through rituals and offerings, showing respect and appreciation for the teachings and those who share them. Moreover, practicing gratitude can lead to a greater sense of purpose. When we recognize and appreciate the good in our lives, we begin to understand our role in the larger tapestry of existence. We see that our actions, no matter how small, can have a positive impact on others. This awareness encourages us to contribute to the well-being of those around us. Let's not forget that gratitude is also about accepting the challenges we face. Life is not always easy, and it can be difficult to find gratitude in tough situations. However, Buddhism teaches that every experience, even the painful ones, offers a lesson. When we look back on our struggles, we often find that they have shaped us in meaningful ways. They teach us resilience, empathy, and strength. Embracing these lessons fosters gratitude for the journey we are on. Mindfulness and gratitude go hand in hand. Being present allows us to fully experience our feelings of appreciation. When we take the time to notice the world around us, we begin to see beauty in the simplest things. The colors of the sunset, the laughter of a child, the warmth of a hug. These moments become more vivid when we practice mindfulness. In turn, these moments inspire gratitude. To integrate gratitude into your life, consider creating a gratitude jar. Write down things you're thankful for on small pieces of paper and place them in the jar. On tough days, you can revisit the jar and read the notes, reminding yourself of the blessings in your life. This visual representation of gratitude can serve as a powerful tool for emotional healing. Another powerful practice is sending gratitude to those who have impacted your life. You could write a letter to someone who has helped you along your journey, expressing your appreciation. This act of kindness not only uplifts your spirits, but also strengthens your connection with others. It's a reminder that we are all interconnected and that gratitude can flow in many directions. In Buddhist teachings, gratitude is often linked to the concept of metta, or loving kindness. When we cultivate gratitude, we naturally begin to extend that kindness to ourselves and others. This practice of loving kindness meditation involves silently repeating phrases of goodwill for ourselves and those around us. It helps nurture a heart filled with gratitude and compassion. In conclusion, gratitude is a transformative practice in Buddhist healing. It shifts our perspective, enhances our mental health, strengthens relationships, and fosters a sense of purpose. By embracing gratitude, we open ourselves to the beauty and abundance of life. So, take a moment each day to reflect on what you are thankful for, and watch how this simple practice can lead to profound healing and happiness. Let gratitude be a guiding light on your journey to inner peace and well-being. Spiritual connection to nature in Buddhist healing. In the teachings of Buddhism, nature plays a significant role in healing and personal growth. Think about the world around you. The rustling leaves, the gentle flow of a river, and the vibrant colors of a sunset. These natural elements have a unique way of calming our minds and connecting us to something greater than ourselves. This connection to nature can be a powerful tool for healing. When you step outside and breathe in fresh air, you might notice a sense of peace washing over you. This feeling is not just a coincidence. Nature has a way of grounding us, helping us to return to the present moment. In Buddhism, this is essential. We often get caught up in our thoughts, worries, and distractions. Being in nature allows us to reconnect with ourselves and find tranquility. One way to deepen your connection to nature is through mindful walking. Imagine taking a leisurely stroll through a park or along a beach. As you walk, pay attention to the sensations in your body. Feel your feet touching the ground, hear the sounds around you, and observe the colors and shapes of the plants and animals. This practice helps you to focus on the present moment and cultivate awareness. It can transform a simple walk into a meditative experience, allowing you to release stress and feel more connected to the earth. Another beautiful practice is sitting quietly in nature. Find a peaceful spot, maybe under a tree or beside a flowing stream, and take a moment to just be. Close your eyes and listen to the sounds of the natural world. Let the gentle breeze touch your skin and the warmth of the sun wrap around you. This quiet time can help you to feel a deep sense of belonging, reminding you that you are part of something much larger than yourself. Buddhism teaches us that everything in nature is interconnected. Just as the trees, rivers, and animals depend on each other, so do we. When we recognize this connection, it can shift our perspective. We start to see ourselves not as isolated beings, but as part of a greater community. This realization can bring comfort, knowing that we are never truly alone. The Buddhist concept of interdependence also emphasizes that our well-being is linked to the health of our environment. When we take care of nature, we are, in turn, taking care of ourselves. Simple actions like planting a tree, caring for a garden, or participating in community cleanup efforts can foster a sense of purpose and fulfillment. These activities remind us that we have the power to make a positive impact on the world around us. In addition to mindful walking and sitting, we can also practice gratitude in nature. When you are outside, take a moment to appreciate the beauty around you. Maybe it's the way the sunlight filters through the leaves or the sound of birds singing. Expressing gratitude can shift your mindset from one of lack to one of abundance. It helps you to focus on the positives in your life, fostering a sense of peace and happiness. Breathing exercises can also enhance your connection to nature. Try this. Find a quiet outdoor space, close your eyes, and take a deep breath in through your nose, filling your lungs completely. Hold that breath for a moment, then slowly release it through your mouth. As you breathe in, imagine drawing in the energy of the earth, the fresh air, the scents of flowers, the essence of life. As you breathe out, visualize releasing any stress or negativity. This practice not only calms your mind, but also strengthens your bond with the natural world. Nature is a reminder of the impermanence of life, a core teaching in Buddhism. Just as seasons change and flowers bloom and wilt, our lives are also in constant flux. Embracing this truth can lead to healing. When we learn to accept that change is a part of life, we can let go of our attachments and find peace in the present moment. This acceptance can be incredibly freeing, helping us to navigate life's ups and downs with grace. One powerful way to integrate nature into your healing journey is through rituals. Create a personal practice that honors your connection to the earth. This could be lighting a candle outdoors to represent your intentions, gathering natural objects like stones or leaves to create a meaningful altar, or simply dedicating time each week to immerse yourself in nature. Rituals can bring a sense of grounding and purpose, reminding you of your place within the web of life. Engaging with nature also opens the door to deep reflection. When you are in a serene outdoor setting, your mind may become clearer, allowing for insights and realizations to surface. Take this time to ponder your feelings, desires, and the changes you wish to make in your life. Nature's stillness can act as a mirror, reflecting your inner thoughts and emotions. Journaling about these experiences can further enhance your understanding and growth. Buddhism teaches that the mind is often restless, but nature has a way of calming that storm. By spending time outside, you can create space for stillness and clarity. This can lead to better decision-making and emotional resilience. allowing you to face life's challenges with a stronger mindset. As we explore the connection between nature and healing, it's essential to remember that everyone's journey is unique. What resonates with one person may not work for another. Be open to discovering what practices bring you peace and joy in nature. It could be gardening, hiking, or simply watching the clouds float by. Trust your intuition and let your experiences guide you. In summary, nature offers a profound source of healing in Buddhist practice. By connecting with the earth, embracing mindfulness, and fostering gratitude, we can tap into a wellspring of peace and resilience. Allow the beauty of nature to remind you of your place in the world and support you on your healing journey. As you deepen this connection, you may find that the path to healing becomes clearer, leading you toward a life filled with balance and joy. The path to lifelong healing through Buddhism. As we come to the final part of our journey together, let's take a moment to reflect on everything we've learned so far. Healing is not something that happens overnight. It's not a quick fix or a magical solution. Instead, it's a lifelong path, a journey we walk every day. Through the teachings of Buddhism, we've discovered that true healing begins within us, and it can guide us not just in moments of pain, but throughout our entire lives. You might be wondering, how can I keep walking this path? How do I ensure that this healing continues for the rest of my life? These are questions every seeker asks at some point. The beauty of Buddhism is that it doesn't offer a rigid set of rules or one-size-fits-all solutions. Instead, it gives you tools that you can use in your daily life, no matter where you are, no matter what challenges you face. Let's begin by talking about mindfulness. You've already heard how mindfulness can help you stay grounded in the present moment, right? But remember, mindfulness is not just something you practice during meditation. It's a way of life. When you wake up in the morning, be mindful of your thoughts. How do you feel? Are you already thinking about the stress of the day ahead? Or can you take a deep breath and focus on the present moment? Every day, you have countless opportunities to practice mindfulness. When you're eating, truly taste your food. When you're walking, feel each step. These little moments are where healing happens. Over time, as you make mindfulness a habit, you'll notice that you react differently to challenges. You'll feel calmer, more centered, and more in control of your emotions. This is the essence of lifelong healing. But mindfulness is just one part of the journey. Compassion is another key element that we've explored. Compassion for others and, equally important, compassion for yourself. Life can be hard. We all make mistakes, and we all struggle at times. The teachings of Buddhism remind us that it's okay to be imperfect. Healing doesn't mean never feeling pain or never making mistakes. It means learning to be gentle with yourself in those moments. Think about the last time you were hard on yourself. Maybe you felt like you failed at something, or you weren't good enough. Now imagine if, in that moment, you could pause and offer yourself compassion. Instead of criticizing yourself, what if you said, "I'm doing my best, and that's enough"? This small shift in thinking can have a powerful impact on your healing journey. In Buddhism, there's a beautiful teaching about impermanence. Everything changes. Nothing stays the same. This can be comforting when you're going through a tough time. No matter how hard things are right now, they will change. Your pain, your struggles, they are not permanent. By accepting this, you free yourself from the fear of suffering. You can trust that healing will come, even if it takes time. As a Zen master, I've seen many people go through ups and downs in their lives. One of the most important lessons is this: healing is not a straight line. There will be days when you feel like you've made great progress, and other days when you feel like you've taken a step backward. That's okay. What matters is that you stay on the path. Each step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to lifelong healing. Let's also talk about meditation. By now, you know that meditation is more than just sitting quietly. It's a practice that helps you connect with your inner self, find clarity, and cultivate peace. But meditation is not just for when you're feeling stressed or anxious. It's something that you can practice every day to maintain your mental and emotional well-being. Even if you meditate for just a few minutes each day, you're giving yourself the gift of healing. Over time, this regular practice will help you handle life's challenges with more ease. You'll find that you're less reactive, more patient, and more understanding, both with yourself and with others. Buddhism also teaches us about the importance of letting go. Often, The things we hold on to, our regrets, our fears, our attachments, are the very things that prevent us from healing. By letting go, we make space for healing to happen. This doesn't mean forgetting or ignoring your problems. It means accepting them and then moving forward with a lighter heart. Imagine you're carrying a heavy bag. The longer you hold on to it, the more tired you become. But when you set it down, you feel relieved, free, and lighter. The same goes for the emotional and mental burdens we carry. By learning to let go, you give yourself the space to heal. Now, as we conclude this journey, let's talk about balance. Healing is about balance. It's about finding harmony between your mind, body, and spirit. Buddhism teaches us that when we are balanced, we are whole. This means taking care of all aspects of yourself: your physical health, your mental well-being, and your spiritual growth. A balanced life doesn't mean you won't face difficulties. It means that when challenges arise, you're able to handle them with grace and resilience. You're not thrown off course by every obstacle because you've built a strong foundation through mindfulness, compassion, meditation, and the ability to let go. In the end, the path to lifelong healing is not about perfection. It's about progress. It's about showing up for yourself every day, being mindful, being kind, and trusting that you are on the right path. Before we wrap up, I want to remind you once again to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel Wisdom Woven. It's your support that keeps us going, and we're so grateful for the community we're building together. Remember, there are so many views on this channel, but only 0.2% have subscribed. If you found value in this video, if you felt inspired or learned something new, please hit that subscribe button. It helps us reach more people who can benefit from this wisdom and healing journey, just like you have. So, what's next? The answer lies with you. You now have the tools and the knowledge to continue healing yourself through the teachings of Buddhism. The path is yours to walk, and I encourage you to take it one step at a time. Healing is a lifelong journey, but it's also a rewarding one. As you move forward, remember that you're not alone. You have the wisdom of Buddhism to guide you, and you have the strength within you to heal, grow, and thrive. Thank you for joining me on this journey. May you continue to find peace, healing, and balance in every step you take.